Hello YouTube, Paul the Rambling Vlogger. Amazon. Right, sorry about that. So, Amazon interrupting my start to the video. It was bound to happen. Can't even remember where I got up to now. So I really need to get a lot better at producing content, actually being more consistent. So the new studio is pretty much completed, as you'll see, or maybe not. The bed is gone. It's been replaced by a nice blue sofa bed, and what was the light grey wall is now blue, or a dark blue, or intense blueberry, made by Wilco, and some American wall art. The bridge is in the US, but I'm not exactly sure on its name, so if you know, drop a comment below. So at the moment I'm filming, I've got a large south-facing window, which is all natural light, and in front of me, well, just above me, is a huge Neewer video light with Parabolic Softbox, which is currently switched off because I've got the blinds open. But I think it looks a lot better on video if I do this. Hang on one sec. Up a bit. So it's a dark room, just lit by the Neewer SL60 light. Just looking at that, yeah, that looks all okay. Bit confusing because I've got the control for the camera here, which shows me, and I've got a big screen under the camera, so it's difficult to remember to keep looking up at the screen, at the lens. Actually, I'm looking a bit scruffy. So by the wonders of YouTube, and I've seen them do it before, you can get change with the click of the fingers. It works. So as the title suggests, this is about procrastination, if I could even pronounce it, which I seem to suffer from a lot, which is why sort of filming and planning filming is so erratic, because I have a lot of things going on in my head planning, and it's just getting it down on paper. But what we'll do, we'll just look at the actual definition of procrastination, which I didn't know until I did some searching on the web. So this is from James Clear, a best-selling author who has sold over 7 million copies of his book Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. Probably a book that I should buy. It's about £12 on Amazon. I'll leave a link to James Clear's website in the description below. From now I'll read from the screen because it's probably going to be easier, about what is procrastination. So he goes on to say that we human beings have been procrastinating, if I can even pronounce it, procrastinating for centuries. The problem is so timeless that even the Greek philosophers like Socrates and Aristotle developed a word to describe the type of behaviour, and they called it akrasia. Akrasia is the state of acting against your better judgment. It's when you do one thing even though you should do something else. Loosely translated, you could say that akrasia is procrastination or lack of self-control. So the modern definition of procrastination is the act of delaying or postponing a task or set of tasks. So whether you refer to it as procrastination or akrasia or something else, it's the force that prevents you from following through on what you set out to do. So that's what is procrastination. And if we go on to why, the definitions are all great and all, but why do we procrastinate? What is going on in the brain that causes us to avoid the things we know we should be doing? This is a good time to bring some science into our discussion. I'm actually reading from the screens if you didn't know. I'm not going to learn all this. Behavioural psychology research has revealed a phenomenon called called time inconsistency, which helps explain why procrastination seems to pull us in despite our good intentions. Time inconsistency refers to the tendency of the human brain to value immediate rewards more highly than future rewards. The best way to understand this is by imagining that you have two selves, your present self and your future self. When you set goals for yourself, like losing weight, writing a book, learning a language, you are actually making plans for the future self. You are envisioning what you want your life to be like in the future. Researchers have found that when you think about your future self, it is quite easy for your brain to see the value in taking actions with long-term benefits. The future self values long-term rewards. However, while the future self can set goals, only the present self can take action. When the time comes to make a decision, you are no longer making a choice for your future self. Now you are in the present moment and your brain is thinking about present self. Researchers have discovered that present self really likes instant gratification, not long-term payoff. So the present self and future self are often at odds with one another. The future self wants to be trim and fit, but the present self wants to be a donut. No, the present self wants a donut. Present self sounds like me. Sure, everyone knows you should eat healthily today to avoid being overweight in 10 years, but consequences like an increased risk for diabetes or heart failure are years away. Similarly, many young people know that saving for retirement in their 20s and 30s is crucial, but the benefit of doing so is decades away. It is far easier for the present self to see the value in buying a new pair of shoes than putting $100 away for 70-year-old you. If you're curious, there are some very good evolutionary reasons for why our brain values immediate rewards more highly than long-term rewards. This is one of the reasons why you might go to bed feeling motivated to make a change in your life, but when you wake up you find yourself falling back into old patterns. Sounds like me. Your brain values long-term benefits when they are in the future, i.e. tomorrow, but it values immediate gratification when it comes to the present moment, today. Right, back to my words now. So procrastination drives me insane because I have lots of ideas swirling around for this YouTube challenge.
Incorrect.
YouTube challenge.
Incorrect.
YouTube channel. But it's just actually getting them down on paper or whatever, because I have great ideas, but when it comes to it, I'll either just sit on the sofa watching TV, Netflix or YouTube mainly. But I just needed, once I get in front of the camera like this, it's fine. You know, the hours will just tick away. So as I say, I've never written stuff down until today. Because you'll see, I'm looking over here at a script, so this is what I've been writing this morning. Obviously, it should take a lot longer to plan, but I just wanted to get in front of the camera. So I was on YouTube this morning just checking those that I follow, see if they've uploaded any new content. And there was a couple, one from Becki&Chris and one from DunnaDidIt. I'll put the links in the description. And it was regarding an app and a website called Milanote. And Milanote, as you guessed it, link will be in the description. So you can create all online, sort of in modular form, the different parts of your project. So I'd set mine from, if I put back on my screen, so I'd copied DunnaDidIt's because his was just so easy and simple for my little mind. I think Becki&Chris's was a bit too complicated for me. Sorry, Becki and Chris. So I just have sort of inspiration column. I'll actually do a screenshot and put this on while I'm speaking. So you'll see that I have an inspiration research column, title ideas, important points, outline, shot list, publish checklist, and then prior to that is contained within this folder. So that's all in planning. And then when you go into production, you move it into that one, and then it just keeps moving forward and then posted. So depending on how your mind works, if you are more completely into the details, love all of that, Becki&Chris's one. If you just want simple, which suits me, go to DunnaDidIt's. And I should say that you've probably gathered that I only have 136 followers. So this video is not sponsored by Milanote. why would they sponsor me? So as you see, you can create within each module, you can create tick boxes, put images in, links, etc, etc. But check the 2 videos in the description below. They can explain it far better than I can. So I'm using it for the first time. It all looks great. I mean, my initial idea was just to talk about a little bit about procrastination, but then as I'm writing it, I kind of thought, well, this app is helping me because it's making me think and write about each of the sections. So good job, Milanote. Again, not sponsored. The way I'm looking at this now, I so wish I had a teleprompter, but cannot justify that cost. Full stop. I'm just looking through my notes here because this was quite rushed, as you'll have gathered. So the procrastination with me is not restricted just to YouTube. It's even for my garden, because I've just got back into gardening. It's more mindfulness because I live with anxiety. Probably mentioned it on a previous video. So I've got lots of plans for the garden. It's just getting them from here out there. So my latest plan is I've just started growing vegetables and stuff, and I've got pepper plants which are about a year tall now. So they've currently got a tubular netting over them, but my plan is to construct a large frame netted box for them, and my plan, providing it goes from here to here, is to maybe video the construction of this thing. So we'll see. You'll soon know if it's happened when it pops up on this channel. I think that's all I got to chat about today. Let me know what you think about the studio. I think it looks a lot better now. Smarter wearing a shirt than a scruffy old t-shirt. But that's it. I'll now go in and edit all this. For a moment there, I thought I'd forgotten to hit record on the microphone for a moment. Not done that before. Yes, I have. Until the next one. See you later.